A transgender 16-year-old girl is set to compete in California's high school track and field championship this weekend, and it has reignited a controversy over trans girls and women in sports. High school junior A.B. Hernandez has qualified for the long jump and the triple jump, but her success has drawn the attention of President Donald Trump. Trump has threatened to withhold federal funding from California if she competes this weekend. It's the latest example of Trump using funding to push his own agenda. California has allowed transgender students to compete in categories according to their gender identity since 2013. But this week, the state's high school sports federation introduced a temporary rule that would allow an extra slot for cisgender girls in competitions where a transgender girl also qualifies. They say that this way, all of the athletes will get an opportunity to compete. California Governor Gavin Newsom called this a reasonable compromise, but back in March, he had said that participation of trans athletes in high school sports raised an issue of fairness. Now the Justice Department is investigating whether the California law that allows transgender girls to play in girls' sports is a violation of Title IX, a law that prohibits sex-based discrimination at schools that receive federal aid. This weekend, should Hernandez place in any of the three events that she's set to compete in, the Federation says that, quote, a biological female student athlete who would have earned a specific placement on the podium will also be awarded the medal for that place. In an interview with Capital in Maine, Hernandez was asked if people protesting her participation bothered her at competitions.
Is that even registering as you're competing?
Honestly, no. I'm still a child. You're an adult, and for you to act like a child shows how you are as a person. And nothing I can do about people's actions. Just focus on my own.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Okay. Hey, what's going on, family? This is Tyler for No Picks Podcast.
Hey guys, it's Chelsea.
Hey guys, Angie.
All right, Angie, so I'm gonna go with you on this one. I'm gonna just keep it general. Do trans women have an unfair advantage in sports?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. There's no. Yeah. Absolutely yes.
Okay. What about you, Chelsea? Do trans women have an unfair advantage in sports?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm agree with y'all. They said the compromise was, I don't know if y'all peeped this. The compromise was that if a trans woman, in California anyway, if a trans woman competes in one of these things, then they'll just add another slot for another a cisgender or biological, I don't even know, biological woman.
If she plays first, and another, like a biological woman would also place first.
No. They're saying that, like, so say there's 8 spots, right? Like, say they're running track and there's eight lanes in track, right? So it's like only 8 people could qualify. I guess if a trans woman takes up one of those spots, they'll add a knife spot for another woman to another.
No, it's not the quantity.
Yeah,
it's the quality. That you're just going to beat yet another cis woman like you are the other 7 that were there originally. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Listen, this is one of these things, you and I talked about it, Joe, you and I talked about it. This is one of the things that the Democrats really stand on for some reason that, like, really doesn't resonate with most people. It's not really controversial for people to believe that biological men have a physical advantage over biological women. If you look at, track numbers and even at Olympics, like, do you think, like, the slowest Olympic track male is destroying every single woman record in the Olympics? If you just look at the numbers,
I'm surprised, Tyrese. You as a feminist are taking a stance. I really thought that you were gonna. I just want to put that
in sports. Women should compete with other women. If they compete with men, it's not fair. It's just not fair.
It's just not right.
I really don't get the controversy. I really don't get what the Democrats think they're doing by standing on this, because they're ostracizing themselves from every other person who thinks, like, when did it become controversial to be like men are stronger than women? Like that's what kind of like blows my mind a little bit. Like, when did it become controversial to be like, okay, cool? You know what? with certain groups, it's only not controversial if a man hits a woman. Then it's like, oh my god, you just did too much. But if we're equal in strength, then what does it matter? So you're acknowledging only when I hit you that there's an unequal, there's a disadvantage on your part because
Right.
People
I'm
don't like
inherently
put
stronger
that
than you.
together that it's like the same thing.
What? Say that again.
I say people don't put that together though and realize like it's the same situation. It's the same.
Like
Males just
either
have. That's how you guys are built. You guys are
either your
just.
woman hear me roar or we can go at it. Like
Hear
why
me
do
roar.
y'all got like y'all can have it both ways, right? So you just the strongest motherfucker in the world until I hit you. Then you just this dainty lass. Like, oh, well, I would never. Like, that's
Well,
interesting.
and
How interesting.
the fact that she was like, "I'm a child and you're an adult," and the fact that you're like, what did she say?
It
Dwelling
just
on the
shows how
fact that
people are,
yeah,
something
I'm
like
like,
that.
but you can
Yo.
tell she was like,
You're a boy. Sorry.
But listen, I'll also say this. I do think that, from I'm getting trans athlete fatigue at this point, if I'm being honest with you, because it's like, yo, y'all, I'm tired of hearing about this shit. Y'all talk about this shit too much. I think the Republicans and Trump, like, this shouldn't be national news. I mean, maybe it should be like, you know what? Maybe it should be national news, but Trump shouldn't be commenting on this. You know what I mean? Like, you got bigger fish to fry. Like, stop talking. This is one chick and one, you know what I mean? One, California's crazy as shit. Nobody
one
thinks
high
that
school,
California is a normal place,
like,
right? Like,
yeah,
California's crazy. A lot of those like super democratic states are crazy, right? Like Washington State is crazy as shit. Like they just make their own rules up, right? Like, and that's fine. So, my opinion, let those states do their thing, right? If they want trans people to compete, if the people in those states want to rebel and vote those people out and other people in, let them do it. But I don't think Trump, as the president, should be
needs
commenting
to
on
be
all these
involved.
individual cases.
Yeah,
Like, I think, bro, y'all going too hard. Like, y'all, it's like, I mean, if you got 100,000 trans athletes, so you got like 100,000 female athletes, like probably like 50 of them are trans. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think y'all overinflating this thing and making this like a culture warrior thing. And I think listen, it helped during the election, right? But at this point now, I'm like, yo, like okay, I've heard enough. Like, yes, it's unfair, right? And if it's my daughter, if it's my Mia competing in some shit, and you know what I mean, there's some dude in there, you gonna see me on the news like f that nigga's name Rick. You know what I mean? Like his name ain't
You're going to
Regina. You
jail.
know, like I'm be like no
Unless you're
yo,
in Texas, you're going to jail.
like I'm not so yeah, I will be fighting the power with that as far as that goes.
Right.
But listen, I do think it's overblown. I think the Republicans overblow this issue. It is an issue. I'm not discounting that. Yeah, no, and I
Because what
think
was the threat to stop funding on the
stop
federal
funding for this.
level?
Well,
stop
yeah, stop funding
funding
for like sports on the federal level.
sports. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, well, actually, I'm cool with it. Like, listen, if he's saying, yo, listen, these are the rules, and you on that type of time, then I'm like, all right, like if you decide to do that, Maine did the same thing. Maine's like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna let these trans people compete. Okay, cool, then do whatever you want to do. But listen, I think the energy is just over the top. I think the energy is over the top is for trans athletes. It's not that many of them, and and every time they compete, it is unfair. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I think y'all just giving it too much energy and too much publicity or whatever. Like now in
Right.
those counties, yeah, go get in their ass. You know what I mean? Like getting their ass, getting a school district ass and all that. But Trump shouldn't be talking about this shit in every instance, right? But it's like it's like red meat to the base, right? Because the base that's partly what got him elected, right? Because people were like, yo, trans people are just like regular people and all this shit. And people start being like, no, we don't really agree with that. So a lot of those people voted for him. I mean, on that issue. So I get where he coming from. But I think you should just let this die and let the states take care of it. If California want to do this shit, then let California do it. That's my opinion. All right. Well, listen, let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.